Hi gang, this is Mike G from Mr. G TV and MrMikeGarner.com, coming to you to help you overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of your health, happiness and success in life and business. And we are now in changing times, and the progression of that change, the speed at which things are changing unexpectedly, is unbelievable, isn't it? Who would have imagined that in 2019 global events would have took such a massive change? I mean, we've had all sorts of things in life. I mean, there's some massive things that have gone on in my lifetime, and I might be older than some of you or younger than some of you, but I never imagined that I'd be talking about the things that I'm talking about, and quite often not able to talk about the things that I want to talk about. That I've got to censor myself, that I've got to be so careful with the words that I use. So with all my presentations on Mr. G TV, Facebook and YouTube channel, or Mr. Mike Garner, I'm very cautious what to say because I don't want to be deplatformed, because I work clinically and corporately. But I'm here freely to talk about the 5 Ds of change. Let me ask you, how well do you cope with change? I think most people, if you ask them that, and most of my clients and students would say, well, if it's something that they want, well, it's great. If it's something that they don't want, well, maybe not so great. Quite often we get ourselves into situations that aren't what we expected, but if we got ourselves into that situation, maybe we can sort of live with that, cope with that, learn from that. But when it's imposed upon us, when it's done to us and it's not coming from us, then that's very, very different, isn't it? So I'm not going to spend too long talking about this, and this was an unscheduled live, but I want you to get used to the fact that I will be coming live on a regular basis around about this time, and I'm also going to do some morning lives, but I'm 7 hours ahead where I'm currently living at the moment in Thailand, 7 hours ahead of GMT. So I'll be coming on at midnight in Thailand, which will possibly be round about 5 o'clock your time. So it might be that you watch the catch up, but if you watch the catch up or the replay, whether it's in the Mr. G TV Facebook page or on the YouTube channel, which I'm hoping you're going to like and subscribe and share, because you care as well. All this stuff is to empower you. All this stuff is to allow you to grow, to learn new things in new ways. And that's all I'm saying. I'm never going to say that I'm right. I'm just offering this freely for your consideration. So here's my 5 Ds of change. And the first D is make a decision what you want to change. So decision, the etymology, you'll find that I'm really massively interested in words, because I'm a hypnotist and I use words. NLP, it's the tools of my trade. I'm a wordsmith. And the etymology of decision is the Latin root incision. It's to cut away and do something different. Because if you think the same, you're going to get the same. So you've got to change your thinking. And if you do the same, you're going to get the same results. So you've got to change the things that you do. You've got to change your actions. So change is inevitable if you want to grow. And as I say, quite often these things can happen to us. So people impose change on us. People let us down. People change their mind, and that affects us. So we've got to keep up to date. So we've got to cut away and do something different. You might have come up with some strategies, some coping strategies, because you've done something before. So if change occurs, you could refer to what you did last time and do that again. But realize that you're growing all the time, and sometimes repeating what you've always done might get you what you've always got, but it might not. So it's always best to maybe just take a moment, step back, pause for consideration before you respond, and then respond in the light of all the information, all the facts. So making good decisions. Decide what it is, I would say, and this is my process for goal setting, what you want to happen next. You've got a situation in front of you, step back, detach from it, and then what outcome serves you best. not anybody else. Be completely and utterly selfish. If you're a good-hearted person, if you're aligned with what I call your major definite purpose, in other words, if you know what you're all about, what your values are, what your standards are, what your beliefs are, then do next, in that moment, make a decision to do what moves you towards it and not what moves you away from it. So in other words, if, say, for instance, you're on a diet and someone says, do you want a cream cake? Well, it's quite easy to make a decision, isn't it? Because you're on a diet and you want to lose weight. So the answer is no. But if you want to get out more and someone says to you, do you fancy coming out for a meal, and you're on a diet, well, you want to go out, you want to socialize. So you say yes, but you go out and make a healthy food choice because you know already what you want to happen next in your life. You know you want to lose weight. You know that you want to socialize. So it's a no-brainer. You can make a good, wise decision because you know your outcome. You know what you want to have happen next. So having some decisions, knowing what you want to have next, knowing who you want to be and how you want to be and who you don't want to be, and what you want to be doing and what you don't want to be doing, it makes it easy in the moment to make decisions. Because if you don't know the direction of your life, that's another D, the direction. But if you don't know the direction of your life, how can you make a decision? And far too many people live by what I call the law of accident. They've got no idea what they want. You ask them what they want, what's the top 3 things that you're trying to achieve today? No idea. Now, in the past, maybe I've been like that, and I can have days like that even in the present. But the more focused I am on the outcomes that I choose, my decisions, then I can control the direction of change. And because I'm focused and I know what to do when something happens at me, created by somebody else or some external situation, I know what to do internally to move it in a direction favorable to me because I know my goals. I know what I want to have, be, and do. So I make decisions that are beneficial to me, completely selfish, but I'm loving. So I'm not harsh or hard. And I am flexible, but I'm also very assertive. I'm a Taurus, I'm a man. And I use spine line energy, which is another conversation, which means I access my power. And I make sure that I get the outcomes that I desire, which is the second D, desire. So when you're making a goal, when you're making a decision, how much desire have you got? How much motivation? Desire is passion, it's motivation. How much do you really, really want it? When you are talking about change, you've got to really, really, really want the change. If you don't really, really want it, you probably give up halfway through. And let me just say this, that you never give up because you never fail. You only fail when you give up. So decide today that you're never going to give up. That even if you've failed at something in the past doesn't equal the future. You can make the same decision, but not make the same mistakes. You can reignite your desire. Why do you really, really want something? Does having this thing, being this thing, doing this thing, does that make you the person that you want to be? Does it move you to a place that you want to be in? Is it worth your energy and effort and determination to focus on this at the exclusion of something else? I would have a hierarchy of goals, things that you want to change in your life. And I wouldn't put energy into a lower goal. I'd put energy into a higher goal. And I wouldn't set my goals around what I want. I'd set my goals around what I need. Have your needs met first, and then get what you want. Want's a weak word, and I've said that before, but I'll say it again because it's really important that want is a weak word. Have your needs met and get loads of desire around what you want. So there's the decision, there's desire, and then you've got to define it specifically. Your subconscious mind, where you're going to program this, and I can help you program it as a hypnotist, but I'll be teaching you some programming techniques, and I'm already putting out some meditation visualization training. I think it's session 3 at the moment. I put session 3 out on the 1st of January 2022. So whenever you're watching this, if you go to the Mr. G YouTube channel, Mr. G TV on YouTube or on Facebook, and scroll back to the 1st of January 2022, you'll find session 3 of mindfulness meditation training, and it's going to move towards visualization. So you're going to visualize yourself, you're going to see yourself in the new position with the change. And does it sit comfortably? Do you feel good with that change? Is it what you really, really want? You've got to have loads of desire, and you've got to define it. So if you want a relationship, any relationship, do you want anybody? No. You want a specific person. Do you want a man? Do you want a woman? Do you want a relationship with an animal? Do you want a new work relationship, social relationship, corporate relationship, better relationship with yourself? What does that look like? What does it sound like? What size is this person? What height is this person? What sex is this person? What intellect is this person? What humor? What income bracket? If those things are important to you, you've really got to know what you want. And then when somebody comes along, you can sort of look down your checklist, your bullet points. Does this person tick the boxes? If not, it's possible this person didn't come along by accident, but it might be that they're only ever going to be a friend. So that you can have a good friendship with them and move them past consideration for a relationship, or possibly a marriage or a corporate contract, or whatever it is that you're considering in this change. So define it specifically. Same if you want a car, or you're going to buy a handbag, or any purchase, any handbag, any car, what color, what make, what price bracket, what's the bag do, what's the car do, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, 2-door, 4-door, small bag, large bag, leather bag, plastic bag, sports bag, suitcase bag. Do you see what I'm doing here? And then get a clear image of what it looks like. Put that into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is a photocopier. Put an image in and it will organize itself so that you'll start to see that in the world. It's called sensory acuity, programming yourself. But if you have a vague picture, if you put a vague picture in, you'll get a vague result out. And again, you'll be living by the law of accident, and you're far better than that. So get clear pictures in your mind, be specific, and define exactly what it is that you want to change. Define the direction of your life. Also, get loads of desire to drive you towards the direction in your life that you want. And make all decisions beneficial to taking you to the place that you want to be rather than away from it. This is living by the law of control. And then the last 2 Ds, because I'm going to bring this to an end now, is determination and desire. Because a lot of people give up. And as I said right at the very beginning, you never fail until you stop trying. But I don't like this expression, try again, if at first you don't succeed. Because if at first you don't succeed and you try again, doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results, and you'll constantly fail. A lot of people constantly fail because they don't do the plethora or the variety of things that are available to move them towards the things that they think they want to have, be, and do. You've got lots of possibilities, lots of potentialities, and you can ask for help. You can Google, you can get YouTube tutorials, you can ask me, you can ask anybody that you trust and respect. But trust me, you've never tried everything. But keep being flexible, learn from your mistakes and fall forward. Don't fall backwards and give up. Never give up. Until you're lying on your deathbed, keep trying to get the best life that you can for yourself, because you deserve it. You're here to have a wonderful experience in this playground of the world. But this world is also a classroom, and you can learn how to be more successful, how to be more happy, how to be more healthy, how to be more fulfilled, how to have more fun, how to have more challenge, how to increase your energy, how to make more money, how to have more powerful, loving influence and be constructive and positive and not negative. You can do that. And if you're struggling with that, then let's have a chat. So you need determination to keep going, even on the days where you fail. Keep going, fall forward. and you need discipline. You need to have an action plan, a mind map, a strategy to keep you on track. And you have to know when you're getting off track and get back on track. This is self-management. This is time management. This is knowing that you've got a toolbox of mental, emotional, and physical tools and a spiritual purpose, so that when things go wrong, you can assess that, step back, don't spit your dummy out, get control and start again. And as I say, I've helped hundreds of people, hundreds of clients and thousands of students overcome all the obstacles that stand in the way of their health, happiness and success in life and business. And I teach these 5 Ds to everybody. So just to recap, make a decision, define that decision and create lots of desire, and then have the discipline and determination to keep going until you're in the position of change that you've created. And when change is imposed upon you, step back, don't spit your dummy out, and assess how you can get the best out of this situation, even though it was thrown at you or was created by somebody else, and now you've got to react to it. In that moment of reaction, take control and start to act positively and not react negatively. And this is my best advice. Change is good. People get into comfort zones. I actually like to be uncomfortable. I push myself to achieve more, to have more, to be more, to do more, to learn more. The more you learn, the more you earn. The more challenges, the more you grow. And you grow into a stronger, better, more happy, successful person. And that's what I want you to be, like me, Mike G on Mr. GTV. Now, I noticed that nobody's come live with me because this was unscheduled, but keep checking back at the same time every day for more nuggets of wisdom on Mr. GTV for free. Enjoy your mind, be powerful. God bless.